Hi and welcome to Core Muscle Training. We have 4 exercises which we're going to do in a circle, then 10 push-ups and at the end a 3-minute plank. And while we're doing this, I'm going to read Los Vanos Deseos y Estudio de los Hombres, Alerta Bermudo by Gaspar Melchor de Jovellanos in Spanish, and an English translation, The Vain Desires and Studies of Men, Beware Bermudo by Gaspar Melchor de Jovellanos and James Kennedy. And participating in the exercises is at your own risk. So let's start with the first one. First one are just leg raises, the first one of 4 which we're going to do in a circle. So just up with the legs in the air and the feet are flexed if you want to. And we're going down just with the legs and keep lying with the back on the floor. You can take the hands underneath the buttocks if you like, but keep lying with the back on the floor. And do all the exercises at your own pace. Los vanos deseos y estudio de los hombres, Alerta Bermudo by Gaspar Melchor de Jovellanos. The Vain Desires and Studies of Men, Beware Bermudo by Gaspar Melchor de Jovellanos and James Kennedy. Arise, Bermudo, bid thy soul beware, thee raging fortune watches to ensnare, and, lulling others' hopes and dreams supine, a fell assault she meditates on thine. The cruel blow which suffered from her rage, thy poor estate will not her wrath assault, till from thy breast her fury made pose the blissful calm to innocence it owls. Such is her nature, that she loathes the sight of happiness from man in her despite. Thus to thine eyes insidious she presents the fantasies of good, with which she paints the road to favour, and would fain employ her arts by howls of virtue to destroy. Sus, alerta Bermudo, y ponte en vela tu corazón. Rabiosa la fortuna le acecha, y mientras arrolando a otros los adormece en mal seguro sueño. Súbito asalto quiere dar al tuyo. And now, smaller getting beats. El golpe atroz con que ruino sanuda, tu pobre estado su furor no harta. Si de tu pecho desterrar no logra la dulce paz que a la inocencia deba, tal es su condición que no tolera, que a su despecho el hombre sea dichoso. Así, a tus ojos insidiosa ostenta las fantasmas de bien que va sembrando sobre la senda de favor y pugna por arranchar de tu virtud los sitios. And now precious. Heed her not, see her to rob thee stand, even of happiness known by hand. 'Tis not her, she cannot it bestow. She makes men fortunate, but happy? No. Thou thinks it strange. Dost thou the names confound of fortune with felicity as bound, and now one leg up and then up? Like the poor idiots whose foolish gaze on the vain gifts and joys which she displays, so cunning to exchange for real good, what she of human wisdom say withstood, what does she promise? But what beatings born, though her high destiny should hold in scorn, and reason's balance her best offers weigh, and see what worthless likeness they betray. And over the other. Guay, no la atiendas, mira que robarte, quiere la dicha que en tu mano tienes. No está en la suya, no puede a su grado venturosos hackear. Mas no felices, los extraños quieres, como el vulgar idiotata, los nombres confundir, o por los vanos bienes y gustos con que astuta brinda el verdadero bien medir. And from the beginning, like this. O engano de la humana razón, di que promete digno de un ser que a tan excelsa dicha destinado nació, pesa sus dones de tu razón y la balanza, y mira cuánto es su liviandad. There are who, burning in the track of fame, were themselves a ruthless for sounding name, bathed with blood and fire, and ruin wide, and if of hard arm his death descried, waving his pennon as from some high tower, their hearts swell proud and trembling fierce their score. When singing triumph while in secret flows the tear they shed as from an anguished heart, less lofty, but more cunning on his part, and our sights for ill secure command. The flattery solicitously blent follows the air of favour, and his pride and adulation while he serves too high. To excel himself, and if he gain his end, his brown all beneath will haughty bend, and sleep and joy and inward peace, a prize, the splendour of command will sacrifice. Yet fierce the while, uncertain in his joy, least should some turn of fortune's wheel destroy, his power in deep oblivion overthrow. That's more like it in reason. Hai quiero atiendo en poste gloria, y rumoroso nombre, suda se afana, despeditado al precio de sangre y fuego y destrucción le compra. Mas así la muerte con un horrendo brazo de un alto alcázar subiendo un tremola, de un se hincha su corazón y Orlando fiero, cadáveres de hermanas y enemigos. And bridges again. Un triunfo canta, que en secreto lora su alma hoji, osada, altivo menos, empeora astuto más. Otro suspira por el inquieto y mal seguro mando, y adula, iba solícito siguiendo a la aura del favor. Su orgullo esconde en vil adulación and one leg up. Sirve y se humila para ensalzar y a la cumbra toca. Irgua altanero la cuenta frente y sueno y goce interior sosigo. Change the leg. Al esplendor del mano sacrifica, mas mientras incierto en lo que goza teme, a un giro instable de la rueda cae, precipitado en hondo y triste olvido. And let's do a tempo shot. So, just with both hands underneath the shoulders. Both hands underneath the shoulders. Turn the armpits in front, straight back, and tuck the tailbone a bit in. And we're going down and keep the elbows close to the ribcage. And again, the second one. Hands underneath the shoulders, armpits straight forward, straight back, and we're going down. And keep the elbows close to the ribcage. The third one. So now the fourth one. And the fifth one. The armpits turn forward, straight back and down, elbows close to the ribcage. I think that was the sixth one. So now to the seventh one. And the eighth one. And the ninth one. And the last one, the 10th one. And we're going to start in 40 seconds with a 3-minute plank. Another seeks with equal ardor shown for lands and gold in store. Lands and gold, with tears how watered, gained with toils untold, his thirst unquenched, he hoards, invest, acquires. But with his wealth increased, 15 seconds, are his desires. And so much more he gains, for more will long. And, the blank. And in 7, 5, 4, 2, One, and be lower to high with the back, and to low, and tuck the tail on it. Was key in hand, his coffers full among, yet poor he thinks himself and learns to know his state is poor, because he thinks it so. Tal otro busca con afán estados, oro y riquezas tierras y tesoros, a con sudor y lágrimas regados, su sed no apagan, junta, ahora ahucha, más con sus bienes crece su deseo, y cuanto más posee más anhela. Over 30 seconds already. Así la lava del arcón hermano, pobre se yutska, y pues lo yutska es pober. Another like illusion hissed around from wife and friends, who flying light and home to dedicate his widgets a long night in secret haunts of play makes his delight, with wild companions betwixt hope and fear, his anxious breast is fluctuating jeer. Over the first minute, see with her throbbing heart and trembling hand, there he has placed his fortune, all to stand upon the turning of a die. 'Tis done, but not is cast. What is it? Has he won? Increased is his anxiety and care, but if reverse, oh heaven, a deep despair. And we are having half. Overwhelmed in ruin, he's doomed to know a life of infamy or death of woe. A otra ilusión consagra sus vigilas, aquel que huendo de la luz y el hecho, de la esposa y amigos la alta noche, en garito o miseria sajurda, con sus viles rivales pasa oculto. Entre el temor fluctuará y la esperanza su alma atormentada. Hele, 2 minutes, Hele ya expuso con mano incierta y pecho palpitante a la vuelta de un dado su fortuna. Cayó la suerte, pero ¿qué le brinda? Es buena su ansia y su sospa creen. Axiaga, oh Dios, le abruma y le despena, ein wieder infame o despache muerte. And is he happier who distracted lies, a slave beneath the light of beauty's eyes, who fascinated watches, haunts and praise, and the cost of travel's vast essays, with doubts and fears of fleeting joy to gain? Love leads him not, his breast could ne'er profane, amid love's pure flame. 'Tis passion's fire alone that draws him, and in wild pursuit he blindly headlong follows in pursuit. And last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and we start. 3 minutes. And now, straighten the arm and go with the hand over the triceps, so this part from here to here. Center the arm and go over it and close the arm a couple of times. And on the other side, straighten the arm and go over this muscle here. And go over it. And with it, we're done with everything. Okay, exercise. He blindly headlong follows in pursuit. And what, for all his toils, can he commute? If gained at length he only finds a prize, bring death misery even in pleasure's guise. Y es más feliz quien fascinado al brillo de unos ojielos arde y elocuencia, y vela, y ronda, y ruego, y desconfía. Y busca al precio de zozobra y penas, el rápido placer de un solo instante, no le guarda el amor, que en pecho impuro entrano puede su inocente lama. Solo le arrastra el apetito ciego, se desboca en pos de él. Mas hay que se abra un lave de oro, al fin el torpe quinzo, en vuelta en su plaza traga su muerte. Pues bien, I thank you very much, and I'll have you next time.